Hi, this is Hannah Smith for Bass City Beat. The Macomb County Board of Commissioners recently hosted the Southeast Michigan Regional Summit, and the topic, mass transit.
Today, we're going to be talking about transit in the Southeast Michigan region. And we've invited some experts here today to talk with us about how they made it work in the Denver area.
We need a comprehensive plan. I mean, we didn't start off with a comprehensive plan in Denver. We are moving in that direction. I call it a balanced plan. I mean, we have worked with the bicycle program. We have a sort of a bicycle, what's the name of it? Bike share program. These bikes where you can sign out a bike are at a lot of our transit centers and bus stops. We have a paratransit system. We have 1,100 buses. I mean, we talk about rail a lot because rail is sort of like the sexy thing that's going on, along with streetcars. That's like the big thing now. But the core of any system is your buses.
What we learned in our research is that older women over the age of 65 desperately wanted transit. Why? They didn't want to have to call their neighbor, their aunt, or their daughter to go to a doctor's appointment or to go someplace else.
This region can benefit from mass transit because it will make us all one region with similar goals, similar concerns. But right now, the biggest way it will benefit is through economic development. We have so much economic development that we need to spur in this region. Hearing the wonderful conversation from Denver on how they were able to spark their economic development through a rail line is something very encouraging for us.
Mass transit has to be a regional thing because you want to bring in people into the city and then out of the city and have all the way we deal with each other, because hardly anybody lives anymore in the city they work in. It's just not happening. And when you have a regional mass transit system, you can bring in federal dollars and state dollars better. You can have a much more broad access to the system all across all the counties. And it's very important in the long run for having a good economic development. You have to have mass transit.
I think one of the biggest things that we can do is coordinate with each other to get a regional system in place. And if we do that, it brings a lot of prosperity into metropolitan Detroit. First, there are the development dollars that usually follow strong transit systems like this, which means lots of money for local governments, some of which we could actually apply to funding the system itself. And then we become, as a regional system, much more competitive for federal dollars to fund our operations and the capital expenses that go along with that. So as we think about how these counties start to work together, taking that regional perspective, getting a coordinated strategy together is really going to lead to big things for metropolitan Detroit.
We are a global player. We have an international waterway that takes you all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, and we have our largest trade partner is Canada. And so we have all of these evidence pointing to the fact that we need to move people. We need to bring people into the central city, into downtown, and get people back home safely. We need to bring people to ball games. We need to bring people to work. We need to bring our tourists to and from our destination locations. You know, for me, it's a no-brainer. Right now is the time. So whatever issues we've had in the past with control, with financing, with where the routes should go, we need to sit down and, as one of the speakers said today, face our fears and get it done.
Hopefully the lessons learned in Denver, Colorado can help us create an effective mass transit system right here in Southeast Michigan. For Bass City Beat, I'm Hannah Smith.